It has demonstrated over the past weeks that in the case of refugees, Canada is not doing enough. And this is something that Mr. Harper has unfortunately done a number of times. I mean, he likes to talk about standing up against tyrants and dictators and against terrorists, but you know who stand up against dictators and terrorists? Families fighting to keep their family together, hoping for a better life for them. And they cross the oceans and they make it to Canada. And what does Mr. Harper do? He takes away their health care. The fact is, we need to once again be a country that is open and welcoming. Yes, we need to be concerned about security, but we don't take that as the excuse to close our doors. In years past, whether it was Joe Clark, a Conservative Prime Minister, who brought in tens of thousands of Vietnamese boat people, whether it was other governments who welcomed in people, who built, who contributed to this country, we need to once again be the open, generous country, not naive, making sure we're doing security right, but not using it as an excuse to do less than we should, than the vast majority of Canadians, including mayors and premiers, feel we should.
Mr. Harper, let's try and bring it back to the economy.
Yeah, well, let me just correct the record on a couple of things.
Refugees are about the economy, David.
Trudeau said about refugees. First of all, the fact of the matter is, we have not taken away health care from immigrants and refugees. On the contrary, the only time we've removed it is where we have clearly bogus refugee claimants who have been refused and turned down. We do not offer them a better health care plan than the ordinary Canadian can receive.
I think that's something that most
new and existing and old stock Canadians agree with. On the issue of refugees, this remains one of the largest countries in the world in terms of refugee resettlement, including from Syria and Iraq.
True, Mr. Harper.
I have said we will bring in more, but what I have said we will not do. You know, these guys would have had in the last 2 weeks us throwing open our borders and literally hundreds of thousands of people coming without any kind of security check or documentation.
And that's
some other
not
countries
true,
have
Mr.
done.
Harper.
That would have been an enormous mistake.
See,
we're following a balanced approach. We're bringing more refugees.
Fears,
all
the time.
We're providing
fears
more
of
humanitarian
others,
support.
fears of different communities.
And we're taking
we have a
on
Prime Minister who prefers to pander to fears.